I was about 9 when I decided to go into the Army. And I chose to go that way because I come from a long line of military personnel. My mom, my dad, they both were in. I was deployed to Iraq once, and while we were on our way to an Iraqi police station to train them, my driver hit a 3-foot blast hold. About July of 2016, I was kicked out of the home that I was living in, and because due to fireworks going off, I had a panic attack due to PTSD. When I found out that my girls were going into foster care, it caused anger, but for the most part, it caused a lot of pain. And the amount of pain that I felt with having my girls taken and put into a system that at that time I didn't agree with hurt more than the injuries that I sustained in Iraq.
I was 38 weeks pregnant with our 4th child when we got the phone call that there were twin girls that needed a placement. We knew it was terrible timing, but we also knew that God would provide for us, and so we said yes.
So the fear for me, and I think for both of us, was we were now going to have 6 children. 4 of them were going to be under the age of 4. They were all going to be in diapers and still had a job, and we had to take 2 of them to school, and how are we not going to go completely crazy?
When I met Nick and his family, it sent a sense of peace over me, knowing that one of those battlefronts I didn't have to even go to. The fighting with the foster family to provide and take care of my kids was not an issue. I knew that they were being raised up in a godly environment, so I could focus all of my attention on fighting for custody of my kids.
When you think about foster care, it's really easy to think that there's a hero, there's a victim, and there's a villain. And the goal of foster care is family reunification. And as hard as that is to have a relationship with the biological father, in my case, that's something that we wanted. And for Dwayne to be vulnerable and willing to have a relationship with me made it a lot easier for me to not be fearful, so that we could work together on him getting his girls back and do the best we could to care for them.
My father always said, if you live with what ifs, you'll live with have-nots. And what this meant to me is that instead of worrying about what could be, I needed to worry about what will be.
The true heroes in our story was our church community surrounding us, with mowing our lawn, coming over, sitting with me and folding laundry, and bringing a meal, and just choosing to run through sprinklers and engage our children. So not only were our biological children being loved on, but our foster children were being loved on too.
For those that are interested in being a foster family or feel like God's pulling in their heart to do it, you can do it. He will be there with you, and you have to be willing to accept that help. But more importantly, for all of us, the church and everybody here, is that there's a role to play in doing that. And the question is, what role are you going to play?